This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Hello, pet lovers. This is Michelle Fern, your host on Best Bets for Pets. You know, it's October, and what do we know about October? Think pink, right? Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we're all about pink. And when we can bring our pets into something pink, all the better, right? So stay tuned, because my next guest has a product that is just fabulous, and it helps support Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we're going to be right back.
How many of you have pets? My hand's raised. Now think about how lucky you are to have such a sweet little pet in your life, and that pet is lucky to have you too. But unfortunately, there are countless pets out there that don't have a home to call their own. However, Bob's from Skechers is trying to change that. So we developed Bob's for dogs and cats to help pets in need. With every purchase of adorable Bob's footwear or fun, stylish apparel, or even the cutest Bob's pet accessories, Skechers makes a donation to Petco Love to help save shelter pets. And with your help, we've already saved the lives of over 1 million pets and raised over $7 million. So while you're getting style and comfort with features like Skechers' famous memory foam cushioning, you're also helping to save an adorable pet in need and helping another lucky owner be connected with a future best friend and companion, because happiness is having a loving pet by your side. Find Bob's at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, select Petco locations, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. I'd like to welcome Adam Baker. He's the founder and CEO of Soda Pup. Welcome, Adam.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Great to have you. Okay, before we get started on anything, I love the name of your company, Soda Pup.
Yeah.
How'd you come up with that name?
Well, so our first product was a rubber treat dispenser that you can put, foods, treats, soft foods, whatever inside. And it was shaped like a soda can. And so we named the company after the first product. We called it Soda Pup.
How clever. And what made you guys decide to use a soda can?
Well, our design philosophy is different from other pet brands. We realize that we're making products for consumers, for people. So, what we've done is we've segmented different types of consumers. So if you're a fashionista on the Upper East Side with a Birkin bag and a 4-pound Yorkie, you're a very different kind of person than if you're a dude with a bird dog and a pickup truck. And, these people like different kinds of things. So we thought, well, what if we made dog toys in shapes that would resonate with different types of consumers? And I'm kind of a Coca-Cola fiend myself. So we started out with the can toy, which looks like one of my favorite drinks. But we've expanded dramatically from there. We have over 150 designs. But just to illustrate the point, we have a treat dispenser that looks like a Starbucks coffee cup, because we know that a lot of our consumers are suburban moms who like their Starbucks. And so that shape would resonate with them. And then we've got another treat dispenser in the shape of a grenade. And that appeals to a very different type of customer. So, kind of the underlying philosophy at Soda Pup is to build products for consumers and then make sure they work great for dogs. Fabulous.
I mean, well thought out, great marketing, fabulous. Okay, we're going to talk about the licking mat. Especially, you have a special licking mat, which, kind of goes with your philosophy we just discussed. And it's called the Flower Power Design E-Mat Enrichment Licking Mat. And it's in pink. And it's a special licking mat since 30% of the sale goes to the Susan G. Komen Foundation. It's October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. What was the design? And besides it's a gorgeous mat, it's pink, it has flowers. What was the idea behind doing this mat?
Well, again, it comes back to building things that are meaningful for our consumers. So, when I'm actually not from the pet industry, I came from the sporting goods industry. And when I came into the pet industry, it seemed to me that there wasn't a lot of freshness. The designs weren't terribly compelling. And so we really try to push the envelope in terms of our designs. And we really try to connect with consumers with the designs. So roughly 70% of our consumers are women. We know that, breast cancer has touched many, many people. I mean, just in my own life, I can count on two hands the number of people in my life that have been impacted by breast cancer. My wife's college roommate died from breast cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're good friends with a double mastectomy. The list goes on and on.
You know what? Let me just interrupt. I heard a stat once that said 1 in 8 women will be affected, which is huge.
Yeah, I mean, it's astounding and terrifying. And so, my wife and I were talking one night, and we thought, ordinarily we make a lot of charitable donations to dog-related charities, but we thought that, this in particular was very important, not only to us, but to many, many of our consumers as well. So we created the Lick Mat. It's available in 2 sizes, and it is in pink. And we reached out to the Susan G. Komen Foundation to ask whether we could partner with them to raise money. And so that's what we're doing. And, I hope that this is the beginning of a long relationship with them. So we're kind of cutting our teeth this October. And then hopefully in the spring, when we come around to Mother's Day, we can do something even bigger and more impactful. But this is kind of a nice marriage of, what we do, which is to make dog products, dog supplies, married with an important cause that's near and dear to many of our consumers. So we're pretty excited about it.
Well, I think it's a great idea. Is there any thought to having this mat available all year long, and possibly the proceeds or which I believe are 30%, happening all year long, or is it just for October?
Well, actually, for this first time around, it will be beyond October. So I don't know. I mean, honestly, we'll just have to take a look and see whether we could actually use it as a fundraiser year round or not. So I don't have a firm answer to that, but it's certainly a possibility. Yeah, we would love to do more. So we just have to take a look at it and make sure we can afford to do it year round,
We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to talk about what the Lick Mat actually is, because probably people are thinking this is a great idea about what is a Lick Mat. So we're going to be right back. Hey everyone, Michelle Fern here. I have to tell you about this new musical podcast I discovered it's not only fun for the kids, it's fun for the adults too. It's from Wondery, and it's Melon's House Party. It's a new musical podcast for the entire family to enjoy together. You can sing along with Melon, who's this adorable 8-pound dog with a 1,000-pound heart, and their friends as they have a party while their humans are away. With show-stopping songs, endearing characters, and laughs for all ages, this is one party you won't want to miss. On Melon's House Party, all the objects in the house can sing, from the couch to the fridge. Melon is our ears and eyes into the magical musical world that is right beneath our noses. So be sure to join the adventure as Melon and her best friend Couch go viral on the internet, or follow along as Melon runs for mayor of her dog park. Each episode will keep you laughing and singing along. With a memorable cast of characters, Melon's House Party is a musical adventure your family won't want to miss. Melon's House Party is such a fun, whimsical podcast. I was listening to it in the car and just having my own little car party. It's so much fun. Listen to Melon's House Party on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, or you can listen ad-free and early right now by subscribing to Wondery Plus Kids in Apple Podcasts or Wondery Plus in the Wondery app. Hey guys, Michelle Fern here. I want to tell you about Carlson Pet Products. They're a family-owned, budget-conscious company specializing in creating pet safety products to keep your pet happily protected from puppy through senior years. They have some great products: pet pens, folded elevated beds, crates, and pet gates. Their pet gates fit any size opening in your home. Most gates have a walk-through door for humans and a small door for your pet to go through. I've had a Carlson pet gate in my home for years and absolutely love it. And best of all, you're going to get 25% off and free shipping. Just visit carlsonpetproducts.com. And again, you'll get 25% off your order plus free shipping with the promo code PETLIFE.
Let's talk pets
Let's talk pets
on Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Okay, Adam, we're talking about this wonderful Flower Power Lick Mat that is going to have 30% of the proceeds going to the Susan G. Komen Foundation. But I bet there's so many people saying, what in the world's a lick mat? I'll get it, but what is it? What does it do? Because most of the time we talk about mats and it's something like a floor mat, or a mat for dogs, you put under the water bowl or something. This is entirely different. And I don't know if I've ever seen this before. Is this unique to Soda Pop?
Well, we did not invent the lick mat. It's a relatively new product type. What we've done is made the lick mat better. So when we decided to make this product type for the first time, we did a lot of research with competing products. We tested it. We made, detailed notes about what we liked about those products, what we didn't like about those products. And then we sought to just make them better. And making it better, takes on a couple of different forms. The first is, can we make it more durable? Most of the lick mats out there are quite thin and floppy. They're a little bit hard to manage. They don't hold up very well. So our mats are 50 to 60% heavier. There's more material in them. And then the other thing we noticed with other lick mats is that when you give it to your dog, most dogs can clean a lick mat in about 10 minutes. So it doesn't actually provide a very prolonged challenge. And so when we designed ours, we made the patterns much more complex. And so it retains the food better. And so it really puts your dog's foraging instincts to use. It's very mentally stimulating for them. It's engaging and it lasts a lot longer. So most of our mats take 30 to 45 minutes for a dog to clean. So if you're working from home, and you've got a Zoom call, you're going to want a Soda Pop lick mat because it'll keep your dog busy for the whole call.
Okay, let me just sorry to interrupt. And so basically, just to describe, since we're audio, a lick mat, it's rubber, right? Rubber.
It's a synthetic rubber.
Synthetic rubber.
So it's a thin mat.
And it's raised in, there's different designs. The Flower Power one is gorgeous. It's pink with like flowers and outlines of flowers and such. And you can put either, peanut butter, food, all kinds of dog okay things, right? And your dog basically just has a great time licking it off.
Correct.
In very simple terms, just because it's sometimes with audio, it's hard to imagine. And so many dogs have licking fetishes with their paws that this is a great alternative.
Sure. So, it's interesting. One of the big trends in the pet industry has been enrichment for dogs. And so, we started in this business making a lot of different types of treat dispensers. These are hollow rubber toys that are durable chew toys, but then you can put things inside. So you can put soft foods in it, you can stick it in the freezer and really create a big challenge for your dog to get the food out. And this is really good for dogs because it's stimulating for them. It keeps them out of trouble. It prevents, bad chewing behaviors like chewing on the furniture, your favorite pair of shoes. And so enrichment mats are kind of an extension of this bigger enrichment trend that's been happening. And so, there are many benefits for a dog to licking. Licking releases endorphins, which are the happy hormones for dogs. So it has a calming and soothing effect. Using a lick mat will trigger their natural foraging instincts, which is great for their health. We think that we have to keep our dogs healthy, we just have to give them exercise, but we have to give them mental stimulation as well as physical stimulation. And so a lick mat is really great at creating that mental stimulation. Also, it helps your dog produce more saliva, which helps eliminate bacteria in their mouths and helps with bad breath and helps with digestion. So there's a lot of benefits. But you're right. Basically, a lick mat, it's a relatively shallow mat. They come in different thicknesses. And then you smear soft foods down into the pattern on the mat. And it creates a challenge for your dog to lick the food out of the texture. You can freeze the lick mat, which prolongs the challenge. And so, it's been fascinating for us to watch, for example, through social media, how people are engaging with our products and the crazy recipes that they're putting together for their dogs. It's been really, really fun for us to watch people adopt these products, and they do things with it that we just never imagined that they would do. So super fun.
Share something, because I'm thinking in my head, wow, you could do all kinds of concoctions. It just has to be liquidy, or fluid, have some fluid to it.
Yeah. Well, so, it's going to be hard for me to describe everything that we've seen people do. If you go to our Instagram feed, which is @SodaPup Dog Toys, you can see some of these for yourself. But we've got Halloween coming up. So a lot of people are like decorating the mats with Halloween designs. So for example, pumpkin pie filler is soothing for dogs' tummies. It's good for them. So some people are just doing simple things like, smearing pumpkin pie filler into the texture of the mat. But then they use like Greek yogurt, which is another ingredient that people use a lot. And then they're doing like ghost designs on top of the pumpkin pie filler. Or, the list just goes on and on. And then the ingredients that people use is also fascinating. I would say that other people are much better at coming up with recipes than I am. I always go the simple route with peanut butter and pumpkin pie filler and cottage cheese, but other folks, they're just, I can't even think of all the ingredients. It's crazy.
You know what? I would even do, my dog used to love cat food. I would even do cat food.
Yeah, that's actually even canned dog food if you're a person, or if you use kibble and you soak it in warm water or bone broth to make it soft, you can smear that. A lick mat is another great way to slow down your dog's eating. So, there are slow feeder bowls, which are dog bowls that have obstacles in them that make it harder for your dog to consume the food quickly. A lick mat does the same thing. It slows down the eating. It also delivers fewer calories, which is nice, that your dog can stay engaged with eating for a long period of time without overeating.
I can tell from looking at it, it's pretty easy to clean.
Yep. Bottle brush is all you need, scrub brush.
That's it. What about the size of your dog? It doesn't matter if you have a little 4-pound dog or, Great Dane or.
Yeah, honestly, it doesn't matter that much. This mat is available in 2 sizes. There's a small that's 5x7, and there's a large that's 8 inches by 8 inches. But really the determining factor is the complexity of the design. So for instance, you don't need to make a bigger mat to keep your dog engaged longer. You just need a more complicated design that retains the food better. So you could actually use a small lick mat with a large dog just to give them a smaller snack, and it'll still keep them occupied for quite a while. If you have a bigger breed and you want to actually give them more food, then you could use the large. But the pattern is the same. It's not scaled. It's not a bigger pattern for the big dogs and a smaller pattern for the small dogs. It's just the overall shape is smaller.
I can think of another perk. The lick mat is very portable. So it's very easy to travel, whether you're going by auto or, for dog travel, hopefully by auto, or if you're flying, we have a lot of guide dogs and therapy dogs and so forth. And I'm sure this would be a great treat for them when they're not working. So.
Oh, absolutely. Another thing that people use with lick mats are things like salmon oil, which is great for a dog's coat and for their overall skin health. And so, for example, we just did a collaboration with Natural Dog Company. They've got a product called the Wild Alaskan Salmon Oil. And I've got 3 dogs. And, one dog is very picky. One is a lab that eats anything and everything. And the other one is kind of indifferent. But we use that product. We just put a couple of pumps of the salmon oil on a mat, and they just go, all 3 of them go crazy for it. So, and that's super, super quick and easy. So yeah, there are many, many possibilities. And as you say, it is quite portable. And, you can give it to your dog in the back of the car, and it'll keep them occupied for quite a while.
What a great product and what a great cause. So let's just mention again. So the Flower Power Design Lick Mat will have 30% of the sale that will be going to support the Susan G. Komen Foundation.
That's right. And it's, the 30% of the sale, that's globally. Anywhere in the world, if we sell this mat during the month of October, we're going to make that donation. Whether that sale is to a distributor, whether it's to a retailer, whether it's direct to a consumer, 30% of that sale anywhere in the world will go to the Susan G. Komen Foundation.
Well, thank you for doing that. I think that's wonderful. But I also want to ask you, what are some other products that Soda Pup carries? Just to give people an idea, because we're going to send them to Soda Pup, your website, and so they can get their Flower Power Lick Mat, but they might just get some other things. So just what are some other things that they carry, Adam?
Yeah, so we started this business with that first product, the Can Toy, and that was a durable rubber treat dispenser. And for the first several years of our business, we just proliferated rubber toy designs. We've got, chewed toys, treat dispensers, tug toys, flyers, retrieving toys, reward toys for working canines. So a wide range of rubber toys. Then we expanded into nylon, and we've really pushed the envelope in nylon. We like to say that we think outside the bone. So whereas, other brands like Benebone and Nylabone, they make bone-shaped nylon toys. We thought, well, the dog doesn't really care if it's shaped like a bone or not. So what if we did all kinds of fun shapes that were meaningful for people? Couldn't that be fun and really different from anything else available in the market? So that's where we focused our nylon toy efforts. And then we took it a step further and we started blurring the lines between nylon chew toys and treat dispensing toys. So many of our nylon toys have patterns, kind of like a lick mat, that you can spread food into. So they're almost like lick toys, and they're made out of nylon. Actually, Pet Product News just selected our Starfish toy as Editor's Choice Award winner. So that's one example. So we're really having fun kind of innovating any way that we can in these different categories. And then most recently, we entered the lick mat category. And again, we're bringing a very distinctive point of view. It's quite different from what anybody else is doing. And we're having great fun. It's just, we love making cool designs.
That's what it's all about. And I love that you take it from the perspective of the pet parent because, you're right. Your dog doesn't care. I mean, people that are listening, yes, the Flower Power Lick Mat is pink. And if your dog's a boy, does he really care that it's pink? No. But you will care that the proceeds are going to, 30% of the proceeds are going to a great cause. So, I like how your company thinks, Adam.
What we're trying to do is, when I started this business, I started with a challenge to myself. And it was, can we make people care about a dog toy brand? This is a category that a lot of people don't really think that much about. And so I wanted to challenge myself to create a brand that people actually could fall in love with, which is probably a tall order for a dog toy brand, but it starts with understanding who your consumer is and trying to create these emotional connections through the product itself, and not marketing, but through the product design. And so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get people to have aha moments that, when they see our product on a store shelf in their pet store and say, oh my God, that is so cute, or that's so fun, or that's so innovative, or I love that color, or whatever it is. We're trying to create that moment for them. And if we can deliver that consistently over and over again to surprise and delight consumers in a new way, in a category that they haven't really had that experience, then we will be successful. That's what we're trying to do.
Well, I think you're on the way. I mean, you have great products.
Thank you. So far, so good. It's been a long and winding road, entrepreneurship, but I've never had more fun, that's for sure.
Well, that's what it's all about, right?
Right.
Now, where can people purchase the Flower Power Lick Mat and other Soda Pup products?
Sure. So we work with a network of independent pet retailers across the country and actually around the world now. So you can certainly find it at your local pet store or many local pet stores, not all. We sell on our own website, www.sodapup.com. That's with a U, not an O. You can purchase our products on Amazon. You can get some of our products through chewy.com. But, those independent pet specialty retailers are the best bet.
They always have the greatest stuff.
They have the most unique assortments.
That's what I was going to say. So always unique. Yes. And they have great knowledge to the independent pet stores. All right, Adam, Soda Pup has so many great things about it. The innovation of the items, the colors, the products, and so forth. But how we are in the U.S., we're getting focused on American made and how is the product made, especially since we've had scares in the past for our dogs. So tell me the hard question. Where is Soda Pup made? What are the products made? Are they durable? Are they, going to be safe for our dogs?
Yeah. So, when I started this business, there were a few kind of pillars that I wanted to build the brand on. And, first of all, we wanted to make sure that the product was safe and that people could trust our brand to be safe. And so all of our materials, whether it's rubber or nylon or the material we use in our lick mat, which is a synthetic rubber, all of these materials are FDA compliant. So they're perfectly safe to have in your dog's mouth. They're all Prop 65 compliant, phthalate free, BPA free, et cetera. And then perhaps the biggest innovation of all is finding ways to make all of this in the United States. We're a veteran-owned business. My first career was in the military.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome. It was an honor to serve. But, we're exceptionally committed to finding ways to make everything in the United States. And it's not always easy, but it's the foundation of what this business is built on. And so far, we've been able to do it. And it shows in the product quality. We also offer a 30-day replacement guarantee. We really stand behind the product. If your dog can destroy it, we'll send you something else.
That just makes me love Soda Pup more. The pet parent that's listening, I can't even, or if you're not a pet parent, you're listening and holidays are coming, pet's birthday's coming. It's, Friday or Saturday. There's always a reason to get something for your pup, right?
The time is always right to buy something.
Yes, always, right? And they could always use something new and something to keep them occupied. And Lick Mat is just, I haven't seen every single one of your products, but Lick Mat is just amazing. Thank you so much for coming on Best Bets for Pets and sharing all this information about Soda Pup, about your products, and the wonderful things you are doing for the Susan G. Komen Foundation with the Flower Power Lick Mat. I wish you great success.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. We appreciate it.
I hope all you guys enjoyed this show. I had a wonderful time talking with Adam, learning all about Soda Pup and their Flower Power Lick Mat. That is going to 30% of the sale will go to benefit the Susan G. Komen Foundation. So, how can you go wrong? And it's at very affordable price and it's gorgeous. So please take a look at it. You can find it at sodapup.com as well as a bunch of other places. I want to thank my guest, Adam Baker, for coming on Best Bets for Pets and sharing all of this wonderful information. Thanks to Nikki, who had a blast trying the Flower Power licking mat. He's a licker anyways, and I'd much rather he lick the Flower Power mat than his paw. And I want to thank my producer, Mark Winter, for making us sound amazing. He does such a wonderful job with our shows. You have no idea. So thank you, Mark. And a huge thank you to everyone out there listening to Best Bets for Pets for 11 years. I so appreciate it. And keep listening. You never know what kind of product we're going to have on next.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.